Liam Carter sat in a small control room inside an old research station on the edge of human space. The lights were dim, and the quiet hum of machines filled the air. He was checking sensor data when an alert flashed across his screen. At first, he thought it was a mistake. The signal was faint, old, and almost lost to time. But the pattern was clear. It came from a human ship forgotten by history. He leaned forward and watched the data more carefully. The signal repeated itself, steady and calm, as if waiting for someone to notice it. He tried to remember if any ship had ever been recorded in that region. Nothing came to mind. Humans had never traveled that far during the last age of exploration. He called out to Nora Hayes, who sat at a nearby station. She turned her chair and looked at him with curious eyes. She always had a calm expression, even when she was surprised. "Look at this," Liam said. "It is an activation signal, and it is human." Nora moved beside him and studied the screen. "This frequency is ancient. It is from a very old system. Is it still active out there?" "It is," Liam said. "We need to check it." Jacob and Brooks soon joined them when they heard the alert. Jacob had a sharp mind and always liked solving puzzles, was skilled with navigation, and could find her way through any part of space. Jacob crossed his arms and said, "There is nothing out there except empty space. If this signal is real, the ship must be huge to broadcast from such a distance." Nodded slowly. "It feels strange. Why would a ship like that be so far away from everything?" No one had an answer. The team decided to fly to the source of the signal. They boarded a small research craft and left the station behind. The journey was quiet. The stars stretched across the black sky, and the ship moved through the silent void. Liam sat in the pilot's seat, while the others checked the navigation and long-range scanners. The signal grew stronger as they moved closer. After several hours, Jacob spoke. "I see something on the scanner. It is large, very large." Liam slowed the ship as a dark shape came into view. At first, it looked like an asteroid. But when the ship moved closer, they saw the smooth lines of metal and the faint traces of lights along its surface. Nora whispered, "That is not an asteroid, that is a warship." The vessel was massive. It drifted in space without moving, silent and cold. The surface was covered in old markings and armor plates that looked stronger than anything modern humans used. Liam brought their ship to a slow stop. "This is Horizon 1, he said softly, reading the faded text near the hull. "I have heard this name only once. It was a myth, a story about a human project that was never completed." Jacob shook his head. "It does not look unfinished, it looks asleep." Before they could scan it further, the space around them changed. New signals filled the screens. Dozens of ships appeared on the radar. Their shapes were sharp and long, unlike anything humans had built. Looked at the data and her face turned pale. "It is the Galactic Empire. Their fleet is here." The Empire ships formed a circle around the giant human warship. Their engines glowed with bright blue light. They moved like hunters closing in on a prize. Liam felt his chest tighten. "They think it belongs to them." A communication request appeared on the screen. Liam accepted it. A tall alien figure appeared in the hologram. He had dark armor and glowing eyes. "Unknown human craft," the alien said in a cold voice. "You have entered restricted territory. Leave at once. This relic belongs to the Empire." Liam kept his voice calm. "This ship is human. We are here to investigate it. We have no interest in conflict." The alien tilted his head. "Humans abandoned their old borders long ago. Everything here belongs to us now. You will leave or you will be destroyed." The signal ended. Nora frowned. "They will not let us go. They want this ship more than anything." The research ship shook suddenly. A blast had passed near them, a warning shot. Liam made a quick decision. "We cannot stay out here. We need to dock with the warship. If it wakes up again, it may protect itself." Guided them toward the docking port. The Empire ships did not fire again, as if they wanted to see what the humans would do next. When the docking clamps connected, the lights inside Horizon 1 flickered. The airlock opened slowly, revealing a cold corridor. The walls were old but clean. Lights turned on one by one as they walked deeper inside. Jacob ran his hand along the wall. This metal is stronger than anything we know. Who built this? How did they do it centuries ago? Checked her handheld device. The power systems are starting to wake up. Something detected us. They reached the main control chamber. It was large and shaped like a circle, with screens and panels arranged neatly around the room. A central console glowed faintly. Liam placed his hand near it. The console reacted instantly. A voice filled the room. It was calm and gentle. Identity confirmed. Liam Carter, highest-ranking human present. Command link established. System reboot in progress. Nora stepped back in shock. It knows your name. How is that possible? Liam felt a strange warmth on his hand. This ship is linked to old human records. Maybe my family was connected to the project. I did not know. Outside, the Empire ships adjusted their positions. The large alien vessel sent another message, more forceful this time. Human crew, you will exit the relic. You are not authorized to activate this structure. Stand down or be eliminated. But the ship did not allow the humans to respond. The doors locked. Energy moved through the walls. The floors trembled lightly under their feet. Jacob looked at the screens as symbols appeared. The reactor is starting up. The ship is waking fully now. Pointed to a display showing movement outside. The Empire weapons are charging. They are preparing to fire. The lights inside Horizon 1 brightened. The sound of power flowed through the metal like a heartbeat returning after years of silence. Liam stood in the center of the control room. He could feel the ship pulling him into its systems. It is trying to protect itself. It sees the Empire as a threat. The first shot hit the ship. The entire vessel shook, but no damage appeared on the screens. A transparent shield had formed around it. The ship's voice spoke again. Defensive protocol active. Hostile forces detected, preparing counterstrike. Nora looked around nervously. Can we stop it? Liam shook his head. It is acting on old directives. If it thinks we are in danger, it will fight. A soft sound built up, like a low hum growing deeper. The lights turned blue. The screens showed power gathering in the ship's weapon systems. Before anyone could react, Horizon 1 fired a single pulse of energy. It was silent and invisible at first, but then it became a bright wave that raced across space. The pulse hit several Empire ships at once. They lit up with white light and vanished. No explosion, no debris. They simply disappeared. Jacob stared in disbelief. That was one shot, and it destroyed them completely. The Empire fleet broke formation, shocked by the sudden loss. Many moved back, unsure of what to do. Whispered, we just woke a giant, and everyone out there knows it now. The ship continued warming its systems, preparing for whatever came next. Liam looked at the screens and felt both fear and duty. This is only the beginning, he said quietly. The Empire will not stop. They will bring their entire fleet, and we have to decide what we will do when they come. Liam Carter stood in the center of the control room while the lights of Horizon 1 continued to brighten. The ship felt more alive with each passing moment. The screens around him showed warnings, energy levels, and the slow approach of more Empire ships. His heart beat fast, but he forced himself to stay calm. He knew everyone was watching him for guidance. Nora Hayes walked to the main console. Her hands moved slowly over the glowing symbols. She tried to understand the layout of the old systems. The ship responded to her touch as if it knew she was trying to help. She looked at Liam. The ship is stable for now, she said. But the weapons are heating faster than anything I have ever seen. If it fires again, the blast might be even stronger. Jacob checked another part of the console. The Empire is regrouping. They are bringing more cruisers to surround us. They want to see if the first attack was luck. They want to test us again. Brooks stared at the navigation screen. It showed dozens of enemy signals blinking in the dark. "They are not leaving," she said softly. "They want this ship more than anything. They will keep attacking until we are destroyed or captured." Liam walked over to the central chair. The ship seemed to respond to his presence. The screens shifted, showing him clearer information. He took a slow breath. "We need to understand what this ship can do. If the Empire sends their full fleet, we cannot just sit here and hope the ship protects us. We need control." The ship's voice spoke again. "Command structure initializing. Human crew may request control access." Nora stepped closer. "What does that mean? Can we control the weapons?" "We can try," Liam said. He placed his hand on the glowing panel. The ship recognized him instantly. The lights turned soft blue around the chair. "Command link updated," the ship said. "Awaiting instructions." Jacob smiled faintly. "It listens to you. You might actually be able to guide it." Before Liam could respond, the ship shook. A blast from an Empire cruiser hit the shield. The shield shimmered like glass under pressure but held strong. The ship reacted faster than anyone could move. "Defensive action required," the ship said calmly. A second pulse fired from the warship. The beam stretched across space and tore through 3 Empire vessels. They vanished like the others. The remaining ships scattered for a moment. "Grab the edge of a console. This ship is too strong. If we fire again, the entire system might change. The Empire might call in their largest fleet." Liam nodded. "They will, and we need to be ready." The crew began exploring more of the ship. They walked through long hallways filled with old screens and panels that lit up when they passed. The ship recognized them as humans and allowed them into every room. Nora entered a room with tall glass pillars filled with glowing energy. "This must be the main reactor," she said. "It is far beyond anything we know. The power output is unreal. It can run for centuries without refueling." Jacob looked through a large window into another chamber. "Those look like weapons modules, but the design is strange. I cannot tell what kind of energy they use." Liam walked slowly through the ship. Every step made him feel the ship watching and listening. He could sense a link between himself and the old machine. It felt as if the ship trusted him. When they returned to the control room, the screens showed more movement outside. Took a deep breath. "The Empire has sent a command carrier, and it is huge, bigger than our research station." The carrier slowly approached. It sent out a communication signal. Liam accepted it. The same alien commander appeared, looking angry and tense. "Human crew," the alien said, "you have interfered with property of the Empire. You will surrender the relic at once. Step away from the controls or we will unleash full force." Liam kept his voice steady. "This ship belongs to us. It is human. We did not start this fight. You attacked first." The alien narrowed his eyes. "You do not understand what you stand upon. That ship is more powerful than your species can control. Surrender it to us and your lives will be spared." Liam shook his head. "We will not surrender. Leave now or you will force us to defend ourselves." The alien ended the transmission without another word. Jacob said, "That carrier is charging weapons. If they hit us with a full blast, even this ship might feel it." The floor vibrated as the carrier fired. A massive beam shot toward Horizon 1. The shield turned bright white for a moment. The ship groaned under the pressure. The lights flickered. Nora grabbed the console. "The shield is holding, but it is draining energy fast." Liam felt the ship waiting for a command. "We need to respond, but this time we need to choose the target carefully. We cannot destroy everything at once." The ship spoke softly. "Primary weapons online. Target selection required." Liam pointed to the carrier. "Target the command vessel. Disable it if possible." A deep hum filled the room. The lighting shifted to a glowing gold color. Energy gathered along the ship's front hull. The screens showed the beam forming. Horizon 1 fired. The beam was slower this time but thick and powerful. It struck the carrier directly. The enemy ship's shields exploded in sparks. The hull cracked. Lights burst out of it as systems failed. The carrier did not vanish like the smaller ships. Instead, it broke apart slowly, pieces drifting into space. Whispered, "We disabled them. They are falling back." The remaining Empire ships moved away, forming a wide circle instead of closing in. They were frightened now. Jacob watched the screen. They will call the Grand Fleet. They will not let this go. Liam sat in the central chair. He felt the weight of every decision pressing on him. Then we need to be ready, and we need to contact Earth. They must know what we found. Nora nodded. I can try to use the ship's long-range systems. They are old, but they might still work. She started typing commands. Minutes later, she looked up. We sent a message, but we do not know how long it will take to reach Earth, and we do not know if the Empire will try to block it. Stared out into the dark space on the screen. What if Earth cannot help us? What if we are on our own? Liam kept his voice calm. We have the ship. We are not helpless, but we must understand it better before the Empire returns. The crew split up again. They moved through the ship to learn its systems. Jacob studied the weapons. Nora worked on power management, learned the navigation controls. Hours passed. The ship continued to wake, unlocking more rooms and systems. In one quiet hallway, Liam stopped and placed his hand on the wall. The metal felt warm. The ship's voice spoke to him quietly. Human Commander, this vessel was designed to protect your species. Old records show that a great threat was expected, but it never came. This ship remained silent until now. Your presence has reactivated full protocol. Liam whispered, Why me? Why now? Because you carry the same command signature as the project leaders from the past. You are the first human in centuries to enter this vessel, and the Empire seeks to control what was meant for you. Liam closed his eyes for a moment. Can we survive the next attack? The ship answered, If the human crew works together, this vessel can defeat any enemy fleet, but choices must be made. Great power requires great care. Liam returned to the control room, where the others were waiting. Jacob said, The Empire fleet is growing. More signals are appearing every hour. They are preparing for something big. Nora added, We have enough power to fight, but not forever. We need a plan. Liam looked at them, steady and calm. The Empire wants this ship. They believe it will make them unstoppable, but we cannot let them take it. If we lose, Earth will be next. The lights of Horizon 1 glowed softly around them, as if agreeing. We will stand together, Liam said. We will learn this ship. We will protect our home. And when the Empire comes again, we will be ready. The hours passed slowly aboard Horizon 1, but the tension never faded. Liam Carter stood at the main console, watching the screens as more and more Empire signals appeared. The enemy was gathering on the far edge of the system. Their ships formed a long, wide formation like a wall of steel stretching across the stars. Liam knew what it meant. The Empire was preparing for war. Nora Hayes walked into the control room carrying a small device she had repaired. She placed it on the console with care. This is a sensor booster, she said. With this, we can see the Empire ships more clearly. I want to know their exact numbers. Liam nodded. Turn it on. We need every bit of information we can get. Nora activated the device. The screens brightened and the star map expanded. One by one, red dots appeared until the screen was almost covered. Jacob gasped. That is thousands, maybe more. That is their grand fleet, the largest force in their entire empire. Brooke stood behind them. She pressed her hand to her mouth. We cannot face all of them, not alone. Liam took a slow breath. This ship was built to face the impossible, but we need to be smart. We need to understand how to use its full power. The ship's voice echoed calmly around them. Primary systems fully online, secondary systems still restoring. Human crew may access advanced command functions when ready. Jacob raised an eyebrow. Advanced functions, what does that mean? Liam touched the console. We are about to find out. A new set of options appeared on the screen. The ship offered access to deeper control systems. Liam hesitated for a moment, then gave the command. The control room lights darkened. The floor hummed. Holograms appeared in the air around them, showing parts of the ship they had not seen. Nora stared at the images. These are hidden systems. Look at this. These weapons are stronger than anything we have used so far. Jacob pointed at another hologram. And this module here looks like some kind of shield enhancer. It can change the shield's shape and strength. We could redirect energy to any side we want. Walked closer to a large sphere-shaped hologram. This must be the navigation core. It says the ship can bend space to move faster than anything we have today. Not faster than light exactly, but something close. Everyone stood silent as they studied the holograms. The ship was far more advanced than they ever imagined. Liam looked at his crew. We need to learn all of this quickly. The Empire will attack soon. We need every advantage. The crew began working. Nora studied the weapons. Jacob tested the shields, practiced navigation commands. Liam remained at the center, connected to the command interface. Outside, the Empire fleet continued to grow. They formed rows of cruisers, carriers, and destroyers. Their bright engines glowed like distant stars. Nora checked the weapon controls. We can fire multiple beams at once now. The ship has split-channel firing. It can target hundreds of ships in seconds, but the energy cost is high. We need to watch the reactor carefully. Jacob tapped the shield controls. The shield can adapt to any attack. It can become thicker, stronger, or even change shape. But again, the energy demand is huge. If we use both shields and weapons at full strength, we might overload the system. Practiced making the ship move. The navigation core lets us dodge attacks faster than other ships can track, but it is tricky to control. One wrong command and we might drift into enemy fire. Hours passed. The crew worked without rest. They checked wires, panels, and old systems that had not been touched in centuries. The ship answered every question with calm precision. Finally, the warning alarm rang. Looked at the radar. The Empire fleet is moving. They are on their way here. Liam steadied himself. Everyone to your stations. It begins now. The lights of Horizon 1 turned bright blue. The ship vibrated like a giant waking from deep sleep. The screens showed the Empire fleet advancing in waves. Thousands of ships moved as one. Jacob whispered, "No ship in history has faced something like this." Liam placed his hand on the central console. "Then, we will be the first." The Empire fleet opened fire. Beams of red and blue energy shot across the darkness. Missiles and plasma bolts trailed like burning stars. The sky lit up. Horizon 1 raised its shields. The first wave of attacks struck the shield and spread out in bright ripples. The ship barely moved. Nora pointed. "They are testing us." That was not their full power. A second barrage came, stronger, heavier. The ship rocked. Sparks flew from some panels. Jacob shouted, "Shields holding, but they are pushing hard." Liam spoke calmly, "Return fire." Nora activated the weapons. Horizon 1 responded instantly. Dozens of beams shot out in every direction. The beams cut through Empire cruisers like thin lines of light slicing through paper. Entire sections of the enemy formation vanished. The Empire fleet panicked. They spread out. Some ships fell back. Others continued charging. Kept the navigation steady. They are trying to flank us. They want to surround us from all sides. Jacob changed the shield configuration, redirecting power to the left. The shield shifted, glowing brighter on one side. Enemy fire hit it, but the ship held strong. Nora fired again. The beams wiped out another formation of cruisers. In seconds, hundreds of ships disappeared in a wave of bright light. But the Empire was not defeated. Their largest vessels, the Titan-class warships, moved into position. These ships were kilometers long, covered in heavy armor. Liam watched them. They will not fall easily. Prepare for heavy impact. The Titan ships fired. Their beams were massive, bright, and terrifying. They hit Horizon One's shield with a thunderous force. The ship shook so violently that the lights flickered. Nora shouted, "We need more power in the shield." Jacob was already working. "I am giving all secondary power to shield support." Held onto her console. "If they fire again at this level, we might lose the shield." Liam felt the ship waiting for his decision. He took a slow breath. "Horizon 1, prepare primary weapon." The ship answered in a deep, steady voice. "Primary weapon charging, stand by." The lights in the room dimmed. The screens showed energy collecting in the front of the ship. The power levels rose higher and higher. Jacob stared at the numbers. "This weapon is beyond anything we have used so far. If we fire it, the energy release will be enormous." Liam said softly, "We have no choice. Fire when ready." The primary weapon fired. A massive wave of bright white light exploded from the ship. It moved slowly at first, like a growing sun. Then it expanded and shot forward at incredible speed. The Empire's Titan ships tried to raise their shields. It made no difference. The wave hit them. The screens went white. The crew shielded their eyes. The shockwave pushed Horizon 1 backward through space. When the light faded, there was silence. Stared at the screen. They are gone, all of them. The Titan ships, the carriers, the destroyers, everything in that entire formation is gone. Jacob swallowed hard. That was the strongest fleet in the Empire, and we erased it. Nora looked at Liam. "This ship is too powerful. If we make a mistake, we could destroy more than just enemy ships." Liam nodded slowly. "We need to stay careful, but for now we survived." Then the alarms began again. "Check the screens. There are more ships coming, smaller groups, but many of them. They are spread across the system." Jacob frowned. "They are not trying to defeat us anymore. They are trying to surround us and trap us." Nora said quietly, "If they trap us, they will call for reinforcements from other sectors. This battle could last forever." Liam looked at the map. The Empire ships were closing in from all directions. They wanted to hold Horizon 1 in place. He stood tall. "Then we will not stay here. Prepare to move the ship. We will break through their lines." Activated the navigation core. "Ready. The ship can move fast, but you must give the command." Liam touched the console. "Horizon 1, initiate high-speed space fold. Set course for the clear corridor ahead." The ship responded. "Space fold initiated. Hold on." The stars stretched into long lines. The ship moved faster than light could follow. In seconds, Horizon 1 broke free of the Empire formation. The enemy ships behind them scrambled, trying to adjust, but they were too slow. Jacob let out a breath. "We escaped their trap." Smiled weakly, "But they will chase us. They will not stop." Nora looked at Liam. "What do we do now?" Liam stared at the map, watching the enemy signals move like red shadows. "We take the fight to them," he said quietly. "We protect Earth, and we show the galaxy what this ship was built for." Horizon 1 moved through space like a silent giant, leaving behind the shattered remains of the Empire's grand fleet. Inside the control room, Liam Carter stood with his hands resting on the console, breathing slowly as he watched the enemy signals fade away. The fight had been long and heavy, and every person aboard felt the weight of what they had done. The battle was over, but the war was not. Nora Hayes checked the ship's power levels. "The primary weapon needs time to recover. We cannot fire another blast like that soon. The ship gave everything it had. Jacob cleaned dust from his hands. Sparks from damaged panels had covered him during the last fight. We held on better than I expected, but the ship took more stress than we thought. Some systems are unstable. We need repairs. Brooks studied the map on the screen, watching red signals scatter across the stars. The Empire is confused. Some of their ships are retreating. Others are trying to regroup. None of them expected their grand fleet to fall. Liam nodded. They will attack again. They will not accept defeat. But for now, we have a moment to breathe. The ship drifted slowly through open space. The stars around them were calm for the first time in hours. The lights inside Horizon 1 grew softer, as if the ship itself was resting. Nora sat on the edge of a console. What happens now? The Empire will never forget this. We destroyed their strongest fleet. They will hate humans more than ever. Liam looked at her with tired but steady eyes. We have to return to Earth. If the Empire sends more ships, Earth must be ready. People must know the truth about this ship. Jacob shook his head gently. The moment we reach human space, the Empire will follow. We might bring the danger right to our home. Added, but if we do not go back, Earth will stay unprepared. They need us. Liam looked at each of them. We did not choose this war, but we will not run from it. Horizon 1 was built for a reason. It woke up because humanity needed it again. The ship's voice echoed softly around the room. Human Commander is correct. This vessel's purpose is to protect humanity during times of great danger. Earth must be informed. The origins of the Empire's interest must also be revealed. Nora frowned. Origins, what do you mean? The ship dimmed the lights. A new hologram appeared in the air. It showed old human scientists working in large rooms filled with machines. Their faces were serious. Their movements were focused. This is the team that designed Horizon 1, the ship explained. They created the vessel using advanced technology based on discoveries humans made during an early exploration age. Humans found records of a powerful and ancient conflict in the galaxy. They knew a threat might return one day. This ship was their answer. Jacob stepped closer. But the threat never came. The war they prepared for never happened. Correct, the ship replied. Earth changed, governments shifted, people turned inward, knowledge was lost, records faded, but the ship remained here waiting for the next crisis. Whispered, and the Empire found it first. The Empire learned of this vessel from old stolen data, the ship continued. They believed controlling Horizon 1 would give them power over all known space. This is why they came. This is why they attacked. Liam watched the hologram fade. So the Empire wants power, and Earth stands in their way. Yes, the ship said. They will not stop until they take Horizon 1 or destroy it. Nara stood up. Then we have no choice, we must go home. Liam gave the command, set course for Earth. Touched the navigation controls. Course ready, but it will not be an easy trip. Empire scouts are everywhere, we must stay hidden. The ship moved quietly through space, bending it gently as it traveled at high speed. The stars stretched across the windows like white trails. The crew sat in silence. They were scared, tired, and unsure of the future, but they were also determined. Hours passed before Jacob broke the silence. Do you think people on Earth will accept this? A ship this powerful, a war this big? Liam replied, they will have to, we cannot hide the truth, not anymore. Nora added, maybe this will unite humanity again. Maybe this is a second chance. As Horizon 1 approached human space, the ship slowed. Lights on the screens shifted from blue to green. Watched the scanner carefully. We are crossing into the outer markers of Earth territory, she said. I see human patrol ships nearby. Liam nodded. Send them a message, tell them who we are, tell them what we carry. Nora sent the signal. Moments later, a small human ship appeared on the screen. It approached cautiously. Liam opened the communication channel. A human officer appeared. He looked confused and shocked. "This is Patrol Ship Carter 5. Identify yourselves. That ship behind you, what is it?" Liam spoke calmly. "This is Horizon 1, a forgotten human warship. We have returned with warnings." The officer stared without speaking. He tried to find words. "Horizon 1, that is impossible. That ship was only a rumor." "It is real," Liam said, "and the Empire is coming." The officer hesitated, then nodded. "Follow us. We will escort you home." As they traveled toward Earth, more human ships joined them. Some flew beside Horizon 1. Others circled it, studying its massive shape. People on the smaller ships whispered in awe. When Earth finally appeared on the screen, Liam felt a tightness in his chest. It had been months since he last saw the blue and green planet. Now, he returned carrying the biggest threat humanity had ever faced. Human command centers received the full report. Messages spread across military networks. Leaders gathered in secret rooms. Fear and confusion grew. Liam and his crew stood before a panel of human generals and officials inside a secure room on Earth. They explained everything they knew: the Empire's attack, the Grand Fleet, the giant war, and Horizon 1's power. The generals were silent for a long time. Finally, a senior general spoke. "You brought back something we do not fully understand. This ship could save us or destroy us." Nora answered calmly. "We have seen what it can do. It only destroys when threatened. It only acts to protect." Jacob added, "If we use Horizon 1 well, we can defend Earth from anything. But if the Empire takes it, they will conquer the galaxy." Stepped forward. "We cannot wait. We need to prepare. The next attack will be bigger." The general nodded slowly. "Very well, we will trust you. But the ship must stay under strict supervision. Humanity must stand together." Liam bowed his head. "We will protect our home. That is why we came back." Days passed. Earth prepared for war. Human ships built new defenses. Horizon 1 received repairs from the best engineers. People across the planet learned about the threat. Fear spread, but so did unity. Horizon 1 stayed in orbit, watching like a silent guardian. One evening, Liam stood alone on the observation deck inside the ship. The lights were dim and calm. He looked at Earth below, shining softly in the darkness. The ship's voice spoke gently. "Do you fear the future, Commander?" Liam smiled sadly. "A little, but I also have hope. Humans are strong when united. They will not fall easily, and with you, we have a chance." The ship replied, "Together we can protect your world. But danger will come. The Empire is not defeated." "I know," Liam whispered, "but we will face them and we will win." Horizon 1's engines glowed softly. The ship felt alive, ready for whatever came next. Nora, Jacob, and walked onto the deck behind him. They stood by his side, looking at the stars. Jacob said, "Whatever happens, we face it together." Added, "The Empire will learn that humans are not weak." Nora smiled. "This is only the beginning." Liam looked at his crew, and then at the endless sky. "Yes," he said quietly, "this is the beginning of a new chapter, for us, for Earth, for the galaxy." Horizon 1 turned slowly, watching the stars. The forgotten warship had awakened. And humanity was no longer alone.